Well, all right. Welcome to Super Saturday here at Beck Center for the Arts. We are thrilled to have all of you with us virtually for our first ever virtual Super Saturday. We have a lot planned for all of you today. We're glad to have moms, dads, grandparents, and adults with their kids. We hope you're ready to sing, learn, play, and have a whole bunch of fun with all of us here at Beck Center for the Arts. I am Ed Gallagher, Director of Education here at Beck Center. And I am, like I said, excited to have everybody here gathered around our screen, gathered at the virtual Beck at Home stage here. And we have lots of fun things coming up. So you're going to get to meet two of my favorite colleagues, Anthony and Lauren. We have Craig, who's going to be doing some cool steel drums. Jennifer from Stan Hewitt Hall and Garden, and of course. Just lots to do. So I first, of course, have to say thank you to the Lakewood Arts Festival Incorporated for being our lead sponsor on Super Saturdays, not just this year, but for years past and for the days and months ahead. We'll have another one of these virtual events for you in August. And then we hope to have everybody back here, real live in person for Super Saturdays sometime this winter. Other thank yous, of course, go to the Community West Foundation and the Three Arches Foundation, who have been huge supporters of creative arts therapies here at Beck Center for the Arts. So on behalf of our president and CEO, Cindy Einhaus, and our board of directors, welcome, welcome, welcome to each and every one of you to Super Saturday here at Beck Center. The other thank you that I have to give is to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They are wonderful partners of ours. We've been doing a very cool program called Toddler Rock for the last 20 plus years, where very young students come to the Rock Hall a couple of times a week and take part in a music therapy informed and early childhood led music program. And we really appreciate them. So for allowing us to use this platform, and for welcoming and allowing us to have Mr. Adam with us from the Rock Hall to help us run this. So Mr. Adam is right there on the screen. Good morning. Welcome to Super Saturday. He is the guy that's going to be making all of us come back and forth on the screen and make us sound as good as we possibly can. So Adam, thank you for being with us today. We appreciate it. All right. So we invite you all to visit beckcenter.org to learn about all of our camps and classes and lessons that are happening this summer and anytime throughout the year. You can learn about our music, dance, visual arts, creative arts therapies, outreach, and theater education programs, as well as our professional theater. So again, visit us at beckcenter.org to learn everything that's going on. So without further ado, when we have Super Saturdays here at Beck Center, Mr. Anthony always joins us on stage and leads us in a wonderful concert. We always start out by saying, Anthony, Anthony. So I'm going to do that for everybody. I hope they're doing it at home. Mr. Anthony, welcome to Super Saturday.
Thank you, Mr.
You're very welcome. We're glad to have you here. I bet you have a great bit of fun summer things for us. I notice you're wearing your summer sunshine yellow shirt.
Absolutely.
I got on my blue one to be the blue sky behind you, and I bet you're gonna take it from here, and I hope you're gonna take it from here and do some good music with everybody. So I'm gonna go back to the green room and turn the screen over to you, Mr. Anthony. Happy Super Saturday.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ed. And thank you again, Mr. Ed, and hello, everyone. Welcome to Super Saturday. It's so good to see everyone today at home. So let's get started with some moving around. So I invite you all to get up and dance. You can stay on the floor, in your chairs, whatever you're at. Just move with me. Dance any way you want to. Dance any way you please. Dance any way you want to. But stop when I say freeze. Good freezing. Get ready to move again. And dance any way you want to. Dance any way you please. Dance any way you want to. But stop when I say freeze. again. Dance any way you want to. Dance any way you please. Dance any way you want to. But stop when I say freeze. We're gonna change it up now. Jump up and down. Jump any way you want to. Jump any way you please. Jump any way you want to. But stop when I say freeze. Jump any way you want to. Jump any way you please. Jump any way you want to. But stop when I say freeze. Good freezing. Now let's stomp our feet. Stomp any way you want to. Stomp any way you please. Stomp any way you want to. But stop when I say freeze. Again, stomp any way you want to. Stomp any way you please. Stomp any way you want to. But stop when I say freeze. Now this time, bring your arms up and wave. Wave any way you want to. Wave any way you please. Wave any way you want to. And sit down on the floor or in your spots, wherever that is. Very nice. And stretch your arms up high. Stretch your legs. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. One more time, breathe in and out. So as Mr. Ed told us, it is a perfect time for sunny weather. I'm wearing my warm, sunny shirt, and we're going to sing a song together about the sun called Oh Mr. Sun. So everyone make a sun with me, just like this. Oh Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Oh Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind a tree. These little children are asking you to please shine down so we can play with you. Oh Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Let's sing that one more time. Oh Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Oh Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind a tree. These little children are asking you to please shine down so we can play with you. Oh Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Wonderful work, everybody. And now we're going to talk about this thing right here that I've been playing for a while. Does anyone know what this is called? That's right, it's called a guitar. And today we're going to learn about the guitar And just like you and me, guitars have different parts to them. I know the parts of the guitar. I know the parts of the guitar. I know the parts of the guitar. Guitar, guitar, guitar. Now, again, just like you and me, guitars have different parts to them. So this part is the very top of the guitar. What's the very top of you and me called? That's right, our head. So it has a head, and then this long part right under the head. We have that right here. Yeah, that's our neck. So we have a head, a neck, and this round part right here, it's called the body. So when I sing through all those parts, point to your head, point to your neck, and shake your whole bodies. It's got a head, neck, and body. 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 Guitar, guitar, guitar. I know the parts of the guitar. I know the parts of the guitar. I know the parts of the guitar. Guitar, guitar, guitar. So along with the head, neck, and body, we have a few other parts to talk about. So we have these things on the side right here. They kind of look like ears, but they're not called ears. They're called tuning pegs. Now let's count the tuning pegs together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 tuning pegs, and those tuning pegs are attached to these things right here that I'm hitting with my thumb. Does anyone know what these are called? That's right, those are called strings. So let's count the strings together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's right, there are 6 guitar strings and 6 tuning pegs. And last but not least, my favorite part of the guitar is this part right here, this big circle. It's called the sound hole. Everyone say that with me, the sound hole. We're talking out of our sound holes right now, our mouths. So again, we have tuning pegs, strings, and a sound hole. Let's sing through that. We've got tuning pegs, strings, and a sound hole. 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 Guitar, guitar, guitar. We know the parts of the guitar. We know the parts of the guitar. We know the parts of the guitar. Guitar, guitar, guitar. Now before we sing through that one more time, let's go over the parts of the guitar together. So we have this part, our very top part, the head. Then what comes under the head? The neck. That's right. And this big round part is called the body. Very good. And we have 6 of these things on the side. They're not ears, but they're called tuning pegs. And the tuning pegs are attached to these things that I'm hitting with my hand called strings. Very good. And last but not least, we have the sound hole. All right. So it sounds like you know all the parts of the guitar. So let's sing through that one more time. I know the parts of the guitar. I know the parts of the guitar. I know the parts of the guitar. Guitar, guitar, guitar. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I'm going to hand it back over to Mr. Ed.
Hey, nice job there, Anthony. Very nice job.
Thank you.
So I'm sitting here in my office at the Beck Center, and I have this fabulous prop. It's a foamy prop, but it's an electric bass guitar. But you know what's missing right there? I don't have a sound hole on my bass, do I? And mine only has 4 strings and 4 tuning pegs. So maybe next time we have you back, you could talk about different guitars. That'd be kind of fun.
Absolutely. There's lots to choose from.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for brightening up our day with some Mr. Golden Sun and some guitars. So, Anthony, big round of applause. Thank you for joining us. You have a great day. You have a great day. Thank you. We'll see you soon. All right. So you got to hear about Mr. Anthony's acoustic guitar, and I got to show you my prop bass electric bass guitar. We have a fabulous musician that's going to join us next. His name is Craig Brock. He is a music educator in the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. And Craig has a very interesting drum to show us. And some folks call them a pan, some call them a drum, but it's got some really great sound. So why don't we bring Craig on the screen? Thank you, Mr. Adam. Hey, there's Craig Brock. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me for Saturday.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us for Super Saturday. So, like I said, you're a teacher in the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. You've been doing that for a long time now, haven't you?
Yeah, coming up on almost 10 years.
All right. And you perform a lot around town. Do you perform by yourself or do you have a band?
It's about 50-50. Some events call for myself to be solo with backing tracks. They call me the one-man steel pan band. And some of them call for me to bring in my drummer and my keyboard player who does some effects with the keyboard, drums, and bass guitar and chords and things like that. So sometimes we're a trio, sometimes we're a single.
Very nice. Well, thank you for sharing that. And you have a steel. What is that you have? Why don't you talk about it for a second? I have a few questions to ask you, but some people might think that there's something wrong with your instrument or your whatever you're holding because it looks like it's dented up, but it's not just dents, is it?
No, not at all. This is actually the inside of it. This is called a steel pan, or as you said, a steel drum. It does look like a wok a little bit, or as some would say, a turtle shell. You can see the humps there, and even from the other side. And it's concave, which means it's pushed in. And the beautiful thing about this instrument is that when the drums were taken away, this was one of the instruments that were made out of necessity, and it's one of the newest instruments right now. This actual form is only about 60 years old. So the bigger the hump, the lower the note. The smaller the hump, the higher the sound.
Cool. Let's hear it.
Okay. So, do one up here. And on the inside, the notes just a little bit more pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 28 of the 88 keys that are found on piano. 28, so it would be like a first violin range. High.
All right. That is really neat. A couple of those high sounds actually sounded like some piano keys. They really did. That's neat.
Yeah, so a lot of people say when they hear it that it sounds like a piano or a xylophone, which is good.
So do you play it all the time, holding it in your hand like that, or how else do you play it?
No. We have a stand here, and we put it on, and it allows it to hang freely.
Okay, let's check that out. I know you have a couple of songs that you're going to play for us, but before you do that, any chance that so many of the kids in our audience here for Super Saturday know their ABCs and they know Twinkle Little Star? Any chance you know that one?
Oh, some ABCs.
That's very cool. Very nice. That is a new arrangement of ABCs for me. Very nice. All right, so you've got a couple of pieces to play. So I'm going to have Adam take me back off the screen so people can really hear the steel drum and all that you have to share with us today.
All right.
So it's all yours. Take it away, Mr. Craig.
All right, everyone. Let's do a little tip in here. This is a small jazz tune, something you can bob your head to. All right, let's play one more for everyone. Short concerto. All right. Thank you all for having me on Super Saturday so much. I look forward to seeing you all again here sometime. And if we have any questions.
I think just a round of applause from me and from everybody in our audience. That was fabulous.
Thank
That
you
was
all
good.
so much.
Did that take you a long time to learn to play? Was it hard? You were already a drummer before you started playing those, right?
Yes, I transferred my piano and drum skills to the steel pan. And once we learned the technique, just kind of how to hold it there, we angle it around and we see the pattern. Just like when a trumpet player, he feels the patterns of his scale, or a guitar player feels the patterns of his chords.
Mm-hmm.
We recognize the patterns on the instrument, and after hours of practice, they just become memory.
That is fabulous. Well, Craig, thank you for joining us today. Thanks for the positive vibes, as your shirt says. We appreciate those all the time. Always that. So we look forward to hearing you around town. And folks can also find Craig on social media, especially on Facebook, Craig Brock, Craig with a K. There you go. And check him out on social media, and you can see where he's playing around town. So until then, Craig, have a great rest of the day, okay?
Bye, everyone.
All
Thank
right.
you for having me for Super Saturday. See you again
All right.
sometime.
We'll catch you later. Thanks. Thanks so much. All right. We like to have some good fun and learn some new things on Super Saturday. That was very neat. Hearing the steel drums gave us a good summertime vibe. And another place, of course, besides Beck Center to come visit in the summertime, is the Stan Hewitt Hall and Gardens down in Akron. And I am excited to have Jennifer Mcdowell, the Director of Public Programs at Stan Hewitt, join us here on Super Saturday. We've had the pleasure of working with Jennifer for a long time over the years, and it's so exciting that a few years ago we were part of one of your productions with a little bit of props from the Beck Center, and now we're with you right at the Gardens today. So how are you, Jennifer?
Oh, it's so good to be with you on Super Saturday. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, welcome back to the Beck Center, and thanks for bringing Stan Hewitt a little bit north up here to the Cleveland area. But it is a great place to be in the summer, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. So there are so many gardens, outdoor activities, a butterfly house. So lots of things to see and do this time of year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Jennifer and I have known each other for a long time, and she's given me the inside scoop on Stan Hewitt. But Jennifer, for everyone else, the question that I understand you hear a lot is, who's Stan? Tell us about Stan. Why did he have this huge hall and all these gardens? But there's a little bit more to that, right?
There is.
Okay.
So Stan Hewitt Holland Gardens is actually the former estate of one of the co-founders of the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. So you might know Goodyear from a tire, or maybe you've seen the little blimp flying above Cleveland, right? So Franklin Augustus Cyberlink, his wife Gertrude, and his family moved into Stan Hewitt Hall back in 1915. So it's a 64,000 square foot Tudor Revival manor house and 70 acres of garden. But Stan, the word Stan Hewitt is actually Old English for a term meaning stone quarry. So they named their estate Stan Hewitt because it was built on a stone quarry. Thanks for asking that question, Mr. Ed.
That's very good. So I won't look for Stan. I'll just look for the Cyberlings.
That's right.
And you didn't tell us, but I didn't expect the Goodyear blimp to be here for Super Saturday. So
You like that? Yeah. It's pretty small. That's right. Not just for sporting events. It is really cool when we see the blimp over Stan Hewitt in Akron. That's always a neat sight to see.
That is great. Well, here at Beck Center, we've been doing a lot of renovation of our spaces. We just redid our art classrooms and our ceramic studio. Next, we're going to start on our music and dance building and bringing some new life back to our spaces. But your theme this year has been restoration.
That's right.
Oh, there you go, right there on the brochure. So
restoration.
Fabulous. I'm going to step away so you can tell all of our Super Saturday friends about restoration, and I bet you're going to give them a good lesson about restoration and some things along those lines, right?
Absolutely. We love doing some hands-on activities, right?
All right, take it away.
Okay, thank you so much. So yes, here at Stan Hewitt Holland Gardens in Akron, we're celebrating our theme of restoration and all the different projects that have happened in the manor house to restore the objects into their original condition. So when you walk through this house, you can kind of see what it was like to live there back in 1915 when the Cyberlings lived there. So as you can imagine, they lived there over 100 years ago, right? So over time, things tend to happen to different objects. Think about what you have in your house and what might happen to them in 100 years. So things like light, temperature, humidity, and even the oils from our fingers can affect things and change them in different ways. So you can imagine a room like this. This is called the solarium, and it's very sunny in there. So you can imagine what would happen to some of the furniture. So we have to think about how we're going to restore those items. How can we put those into their original condition? And sometimes we restore them. Sometimes we might just try and preserve them and prevent any future damage. So I wanted to show an example of how you can experiment at home and see the effects of light and how sunlight can affect different things. So here I have a piece of newspaper. So I know we do a lot of reading online, but there's still newspapers out there. And I put a piece of construction paper in the center of this piece of newspaper, and I put it outside in the sun. And I want you to see what happens. I'm going to try and hold this up, that you can see the difference where the paper was, where the sun was not shining. So you can see that newspaper can definitely be affected by light and exposure to light. So maybe this object, if we had a newspaper in the house, maybe we wouldn't be able to necessarily restore it, but we can try and preserve this to prevent any future damage. So how can you play with light and create your own activity at home? Well, if you have some construction paper, something like this, but a little bit bigger, and you find some objects around the house, maybe you can do something like this. This is a little frog, right? So there's some popsicle sticks, a lid, some beads right here. And if you put the objects on a darker piece of construction paper and then put it out in the sun and let it be there for maybe 3 to 5 hours on a nice sunny day, right? You can also use some things in your backyard like sticks or rocks, okay, to make a little object. And then hopefully what will happen if it's outside for a while, here's another one. It kind of looks like a little flamingo. So I'm going to try and take off some of these objects like this. We kind of taped them in place because it was a windy day, but you can see the difference. It's a little darker on the paper where you put your objects. So the light faded the paper here, but because you were creating a shadow, the light was not able to penetrate and create and fade the object here. So you can create different art projects and different designs just by using sunlight. You can also go to a craft store and buy some photosensitive paper or sun-sensitive paper, and then it'll go a little faster along the way. But that's a really fun activity that you can do and be creative and create your own little art project, a visual art project, of course, and learning how light is affected. So we have lots of fun activities at Stan Hewitt, as Mr. Ed was saying. So of course, after you spend your time at the Beck Center, we'd love to have you come down and visit us. On different Thursdays, we have some activities that you and your family can do together. A staff member will give you an activity and you can go walk around and follow a little self-scavenger hunt. On select Wednesdays, we have what's called the Cyberlink Explorers for ages 3 to 6. And so a staff member will lead you through different activities, and maybe you'll learn about pollination or butterflies and walk around the gardens. And then, of course, anytime you come to Stan Hewitt is a good time to pick up a Joe's Adventure Guide. So Joe was the Cyberlink St. Bernard. This was their son Franklin's dog. And so he has a little adventure guide with lots of fun things to see and do, little I Spy games. So you can pick one of those up when you come too. But I'm so happy that I got to share a little bit about some of the restoration work that we do at Stan Hewitt. And if you come to the estate, you'll get to see all these different rooms as they were back in 1915.
Well, how fun is that? And
well, thank you, Mr. Ed.
You know, it sounded like a little restoration and was going on right in the middle of our session, which that makes it really cool. And the birds sound great in the garden today.
That's right. You can hear a little work going on right now. So yeah, restoration doesn't just have to do with buildings and furniture and things like that. We actually do restore gardens as well, how they would look 100 years ago.
That is very neat. Well, and you mentioned pollination. We might have to sing our pollination song that we wrote with our Super Saturday friends sometime. How fun would that be?
I love that.
We will look forward to having you back with us again. and hearing more about the restoration and all that's happening down at Stan Hewitt. And thank you for being with us. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
The other thing I think we're going to have to do is take your art experience that you just shared to our visual arts classrooms here at Beck, and we could have our own exhibition of some of those pieces. So if
I would love to see those.
we put that together, we will definitely let you know.
Okay,
right.
fantastic. Well, thank you. Happy Super Saturday.
Hey, have a great rest of the day. Thank you, Jennifer. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon. Yep.
Bye.
Well, how fun is that? How fun is that? I've said that so many times because that's what we want Super Saturday to be, is some really good fun learning. But all good things come to an end until the next time, of course. So before we go, I once again just have to thank our good friends at the Rock Hall, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here in Cleveland, for sharing their resources and allowing us to use this wonderful platform to do our program, and also for being amazing collaborative partners for the last couple of decades. Big thanks to the Lakewood Arts Festival. The festival will be held the first weekend in August, so please be sure to check that out here in the city of Lakewood. Three Arches Foundation, Community West Foundation, and all of those folks. So we look forward to seeing you here soon at Beck Center to create your own art experience in visual arts and dance and music and theater and all those wonderful things. And in our early childhood music programs, we always have to end with our own goodbye song. So I am excited to welcome to the screen for the first time today on our Super Saturday, Lauren Trevillian, who is the Associate Director of the Creative Arts Therapies program here at Beck Center. We do a lot of work with kids and adults and individuals with disabilities. So Lauren is going to come on the screen. I know she has got her guitar. Hello, Lauren. Welcome to Super Saturday.
Hey, Mr. Ed. Thank you.
Absolutely. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, and you get to sing us out. And then we'll invite everyone back again in August for our next round of Super Saturdays. And something tells me you're going to bring a couple more songs to that special event. So everybody, thanks for joining us, Lauren. They are warmed up. They're all yours to send off to make it a great day. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Ed. All right, everybody, our last song for the day. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. I said so long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. It's been so great to play and sing together, and now it's time to say goodbye. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. See you in August.